Now, some of the hacks that you can use to get through there, you need to start focusing on your strengths and work on things that have a lasting benefit. You need to get off the mechanics of doing the work. You need to get off doing things that is just the busy work and work that you have to keep doing time and time again. You want to focus on doing work where you're creating a system, a procedure, something like that, where you're working on something that you can put in behind you and then a team member can help run it. That's when you want to start doing it. And one of the most, a big breakthrough for me, and you'll all get a copy for it, is creating a system for creating systems. So this is a system that you give to your team members and say, here's the documentation on how you create a system behind me so that you can break through to the next level. Because that's another thing that people get stuck on. They sit there and they go, I need to create all of these systems, and they're getting caught up just creating systems. But there's not enough time in the day for creating systems because you're too busy keeping all of the assistants busy. You're trying to serve the clients. When are you going to find time to create a procedure? So you need to then educate your team members to put those in place behind you. Then another hack to get through this, if you get stuck on procedures and you've got a little bit of cash flow, hire a consultant to create the systems for you. Go out and find someone who's already a pro at it. If it's Xero or, the second time I've mentioned Xero, we created some systems. We hired a bookkeeper / Xero expert to come in and create our systems that then our team members now use. So I didn't have to create it. And it was done by someone who's probably better than me at it anyway, because I didn't know how to use the software. So you need to, at this point as well, you need to start to hire for roles, not for tasks. So rather than thinking about getting another person, you want to start to think about how can you get someone who can handle a specific department for you. I've got Grace who handles my SEO now. I remember having a discussion with her a little while ago, and she said, Dave, you just need to leave SEO to me and you can focus on the other stuff. And that was a big point for me to let go. And same with Sally, she looks after our accounts now. I get her to report to me and give me information so I know what's going on in the business, but you want to start hiring for roles rather than tasks. At this point, 3 to 7 team members is kind of where you're at. You don't want to go too much beyond that until you get to the point where you start having team leaders that manage people underneath them. So you've got people reporting through to you. Now the Super Pro hack, we took 6 weeks off last year and went for a trip around Europe. And that's a photo from that trip. But there's nothing like going on a holiday and then knowing that you have to have it kind of running without you. I mean, I got my work down to maybe an hour and a half, if Carolyn would let me work a little bit more, per day. And you really want to narrow it down. It's a positive constraint. It's like running a workshop. It's something you put in place and then it's got to work because you're not going to be there. So that's a really good way to break through.